On this day, I got up at 9:18. I heard Everett crying, so I got up. I was very tired, as you can see. But nevertheless, I got up and I went to go get him from his crib. Good morning. He was very excited to see me. I take him out of his crib. This is usually when I cuddle him and nurse him for 15 or 20 minutes in the morning, and then I change his diaper, and I take him out of his pajamas, and then I pick out an outfit for him, and I get him dressed. Once he's dressed, I dress myself. I did my makeup. This is how my makeup looked when I finished it. I thought it was really pretty. After that, I washed my hands and I used this new product that was sent to me after I brushed my teeth called TheraBreath. They want me to sponsor them in one of my TikTok videos and do an honest review, so today was the first day that I used it. Then I brushed my hair, and then I went into my closet. I picked out an outfit and I got dressed. Next, I took my philosophy exam. I ended up getting 100 on it. Next, I made my bed. I thought I recorded this sped up, but I guess I didn't, so this is me in real time making my bed. Next, I do Everett's hair. I use a Cantu Shea Butter Moisture with water for his curls to help them be more defined throughout the day. After that, we went downstairs. I put him in his high chair and I gave him his breakfast, and then I started cooking breakfast for myself. This morning I had 2 poached eggs, a couple strawberries, and some avocado toast. While my eggs were cooking, I put away all of the clean dishes in the dishwasher. This is what my breakfast looked like when it was done. Before I ate it though, I made sure that my dogs were fed and had fresh water. As my eggs were finishing cooking, I got my coffee, and then I ate my breakfast, and I gave the leftover avocado to Everett because he loves avocado. As he was finishing his breakfast, I went to go water my mom's plants because they were out of town, and she trusted me to keep everything tidy while they were gone. Then I cleaned up my mess from my breakfast, and I got Everett out of his high chair, and then we went for me to go work for a few hours, and I just keep him in the car and only get him out when I have to go in and out for orders. I have an Uber pickup for Danny.
For Danny?
Yeah. I finished up doing the last couple orders for that day and dropped them off, and then Everett fell asleep in the car, so I sat in my car for about 20 minutes while he slept. When he woke up, we went inside and I gave him some lunch. He had some leftover chicken, pasta, and vegetables from last night with a new cup of milk, and then I got myself some taquitos. When Everett was done eating, I washed his hands and face off and got him all dried and clean, and then I put my taquitos in the oven. Then I cleaned off his high chair while he ran around and played. While he was playing, he went potty, so I changed his diaper, and then When my taquitos were ready to come out of the oven, I got them and ate them, and during this time he was just running around playing and burning off some of his extra energy. When I was done eating, I picked up a bunch of his toys in the living room and cleaned up a lot in the living room. I got out the vacuum cleaner and I vacuumed and moved some of the furniture back to the way it was and just really cleaned up the whole area. When I was done cleaning the living room, I went into the kitchen and I cleaned up my mess from my lunch. And then I wiped down all the counters in the kitchen and cleaned up the entire kitchen. I cleaned the stove, which took me forever. It literally took me like half an hour to get all of the grime off of our stove. But I did it and cleaned up the whole kitchen so that my parents would have a clean house to come home to when they get back. Then I put their sheets in the dryer and then I went to go clean my car. My car gets really messy having a toddler in there. There was a lot of trash and he splatters his milk all over the back seat, so my back seat was really dirty. First, I got all of the trash out of the car. There was a lot of it. Next, I got a handheld vacuum cleaner and I vacuumed up all of the dirt and grass that was on the floor of my car. This is what the front seat looked like when I was done. Then this is a shot of the back seat before I wiped it all down because it was really bad with all of the milk that comes out of his sippy cup. I got a wet paper towel and I wiped it off the best that I could. I know it's not pristine, but this is what it looked like when I was done cleaning it. Definitely an improvement. Then we went in his playroom for a while, and then I took him upstairs. He looked like he was getting really tired, rubbing his eyes and yawning, and if that doesn't scream, I'm ready for bed, then I don't know what does. I took him downstairs for dinner. This night I made leftover beef stroganoff, so I boiled some noodles and I heated up the sauce and the beef. We ate our dinner. I think he really liked it because he ate almost all of it. This is me being very happy because I got 100 on my philosophy exam, which means I finished my course with a 97.8 in the class. Then I cleaned up the kitchen from dinner and did all of our dishes and put them away. The other day I made this fudge brownie cheesecake, so I cut myself a slice and it was very good. Then I got Everett out of his high chair and we went upstairs to take a bath. He was very excited for bath time. He loves his bath. So I got him all soaped up and clean and I let him play in the bath with his toys for a while. This was him smiling for the camera. When he was done, I got him wrapped up in his towel and he was chewing on my camera tripod for a little bit because I guess it felt good on his teeth because he's teething. I dried him off. I got him in a fresh diaper and I put him in his Star Wars pajamas, and then I put his leave-in conditioner in his curls. We went back downstairs and I cleaned up his high chair from dinner, and then I wiped down the whole counter area near where he eats because it gets really gross. Next, I put him in his carrier and we took both of my dogs for a walk. He was really tired when we got back, so I read him a bedtime story. This one is called Goodnight Construction Site and he loves it. He really likes to turn the pages of the books. It's almost like a game to him. And whenever I'm reading to him, he looks up at me like to make sure that I'm still there. After his book, we snuggled and cuddled for about 15 minutes, and then I rocked him in his room and sang to him before finally putting him down in his crib. He was very sleepy. He went to bed almost immediately. After he was asleep, I did my daily drawing of him. I fill up this notebook with drawings of him almost every day. I took a big break, but now I'm back to it. When I was done with the drawing, this is how it looked when I was done. I turned off my light and took off all of my makeup and was finally able to go to sleep, and I think I finally passed out around 10 p.m. That's a normal day in my life.